Aaron Judge is a better version of Brock Lesnar.
What is something you love as much as the Charmin Bears love wiping?
As an opposing fan, you'd probably see his face and want to sock him between your cracks. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Losses Above Replacement, the greatest baseball podcast. 2 great years. I'm today's host, Mathias Altman-Kurosaki, and with me, as always, we have my co-hosts, breakout stars, Alex Clark, Ryan Splash Potts. Gentlemen, first things first, as we begin every episode, how are you doing on this fine Wednesday evening?
This is the best start that Losses Above Replacement has ever had. No.
Yes.
Look, it'd be like that. No, I talk over myself all the time. We're doing okay. I mean, I will be honest with you all. As yesterday happened, I just felt this overwhelming sense of dread. As people know what I'm referring to, look at my little name card for today. I will be talking about it. It will hurt. That will be my moment to myself. But just know, pain. Also, shout out to Blue Snowball Yeti.
It's going. The Braves are in this awkward spot that they're, still 6 up on the division or 7 up on the division, depending on what day it is. So they've been playing kind of sloppily, I'd say. They never led in this Twin series. And for those that have been living under a rock, this is not like the 91 Twins, or the 87 Twins, or the 24 Senators, or the 65 Twins, or even like the Joe Mauer Twins, like the ones that would just get swept by the Yankees every playoff run. It's just a mediocre Twins team, and the Braves just kind of look lifeless, besides the GOAT, Tyler Mahle. I guess he's Pedro Martinez now, so that's cool. Thanks, AA. We were unfamiliar with your game. So Chris Sale starts game 1 and Tyler Mahle starts game 2. Great. Awesome, man.
Yeah, so I went to the Mets game yesterday, my first Mets game in 2 months. And I watched Fernando Tatis Jr. Destroy the franchise, basically. He hit the first pitch of the game, 452 feet. Probably the longest home run I've ever seen anyone hit in person, not including the home run derby. Then he robbed a grand slam in the bottom of the second inning. And then while I was online to get food in the 5th inning, I believe, he hit another homer. And the final score was 5-2. So that robbed grand slam was quite literally the difference in the ball game. That was something really. Fernando Tatis Jr., people will tell you he's not a superstar. It was honestly crazy. It's funny because as my friend and I were walking to the stadium from the train, I was like, part of the allure to going to the game is seeing Fernando Tatis Jr. play. We got what we paid for. We also got to see Mason Miller pitch in the 9th inning. He's nasty. That was something. The Mets, for some reason, are winning after they sold off their pieces. I think we all kind of expected that, wait until the season is kind of over. Also, yes, hello to Ralph and XYZ Balling, who says go Giants, and Giants own the Braves to splash. That's a tough one. Anyways, so we're going to get into a little bit of a draft here. We like doing drafts on this channel.
What we do?
Yeah, if you wouldn't believe it. But anyway, last week we did the disappointments draft. We talked about who we thought has just kind of let us down this year. This week we're going to do the pleasant surprises draft, or the joyful surprises draft. So we're each going to pick 5 players or teams or events that have occurred in the baseball season that have been a welcome surprise this year. So let's go ahead and do the draft order in that case. I'm pulling up a wheel on my phone that I will enter our names into. and we'll go from there. We do a snake style draft like always. So yeah, five names each. So I'm going to
the other rule that we have for this as well was that you need to have at least one player and one team. The other three could be whatever you want here. Like again, one of mine is an event as opposed to a person or a team.
Yeah. So anyway, Alex gets the first pick.
Ooh, I got the first pick. Okay.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank
you. Splash, you get the second pick. I will get the third pick, and then do the piggyback there. So, all right, Alex, whenever you're ready, it's your pick.
I have one I'm going to save for my next go around, just because I don't want you guys to take what I have on this one here. My first one is the Chicago White Sox. Like
that was the number one name on my big board.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want you guys to take it. Here, no, the White
Sox. Alex, I had the prop ready.
I know you did, but guess what? Get it now. You can get up ready for me. Here, you can show it off for me.
Bozo.
No, the White Sox are honestly the best story in baseball right now. Like a team that has been legitimately 2 years ago was a complete joke. Like we're talking about how within the last 5 years, this team was the worst in not the history of baseball because the Spiders exist, but the worst in modern day baseball. Like just absolutely horrid. Now they're competing for a playoff spot and have better odds of making the playoffs right now than the Seattle Mariners do. When at the beginning of the year, the Mariners were pretty strong. Like, not, I don't even want to say favorites, but they were pretty well, thought of potentially going to their first ever World Series. Now, the White Sox are playing amazingly, and the Mariners need to kick it up a notch. So, no, the White Sox, honestly, if you're not rooting for the White Sox right now, you don't know ball. Just being straight honest with you on this one. The only people that have like exceptions to this are like Cubs fans and other fans within the AL Central. That's it. Because at that point, then you at least have excuses. Exactly. Power of the Pope. No, I love to see it here. I absolutely love to see what the White Sox are doing. And if they make the playoffs, I hope to everything, if the Mariners do not make it, that the White Sox make the World Series, because that would be incredible to see.
Alex, I am so disappointed because I was going to say the exact... you could have just copy-pasted everything you said. I would have probably mentioned the Pope one more time, mentioned the Pope night. What an inexplicable turn of events.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, brother. So with my first pick, I'm going to take a player that I have maligned at points. I have been a part of some of the negative, some of the criticism with this player. And I'm not saying he is the best player in baseball or anything, but I do find him to be an instructive player. And he's particularly instructive when it comes to WAR. And he was traded at the deadline, and he hasn't played particularly well with his new team. He had like a career-long hitless streak, which is ironic given he leads the majors in hits right now. That would be Mr. Luis Arraez. He's just been really great this season, and I appreciate it. And it's in a way that Ward appreciates. And Arraez is not immune to this. He, at least in terms of baseball reference, Ward does have a 3-win season in 2021 and a pair of 4-win seasons in 22 and 23. Now, in 24, when he hit 314 and had 200 hits, he was a 1.1 WAR because he was just slightly above average at the plate and was pretty bad in the field at first base. But this year, he's a truly changed man. Like, yes, he still hits for a high average. That's great. He has a 121 OPS plus. That's his best since 2023. That's really good. And it's not even buoyed necessarily by like a 354 batting average, which a 354 batting average is great if you can get it. But he's actually, the ISO is okay. It's over 100. It was just 100 flat last year. It's the best it's been since ever, actually. A 116 for the season, 117 as a Giant, 113 as a Philly. And I appreciate the defensive improvements that he's made. This is more so evident in his outs above average as opposed to his DRS total. So not exactly baseball references. This is not exactly a baseball reference point, more so just a general baseball point that I appreciate Arise added a tool to his game. My criticism was the one tool can only take you so far. And this is a conversation we've had with, say, Adam Dunn. Maybe not us in particular, but the war community, for example. Ryan Howard. Why does Ryan Howard have fewer war than Nick Punto? Right? Because Ryan Howard was a one-tool player. Nick Punto played a higher end of the spectrum position and played it pretty well defensively and was a solid enough base runner. So Arise, adding that other tool, yeah, he's a valuable player. War will tell you he's a valuable player. And this is War tries to tell you that Tony Gwynn wouldn't be good or that Ichiro wouldn't be good or these other heinous things. Wade Boggs wouldn't be good. No, War appreciates those players. War says Tony Gwynn should have won an MVP. War says Wade Boggs should have won an MVP. War says Ichiro is a Hall of Famer, even though he started his MLB career at 27. And this year, Luis Arise has a good WAR, whether it's Fangraphs WAR or Baseball Reference WAR. So Luis Arise, you are my one of my surprises, one of my good stories, I would say, in 2026.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, I consider Arise too.
Luis Arise is who I model a lot of my baseball playing after here, just because I'm not a guy that's going to hit 100 home runs. In fact, I've never actually hit a home run in a baseball game. Here, but what I can do most of the time is I will get on base, usually multiple times a game when I play. And do I play amazing defense? I play all right defense. Yeah, but just getting on base is something that I really pride myself on. And so have like Luis Reyes being able to show that you can do that at the major league level is amazing to me.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with my player too. And my player is Pete Crow Armstrong. And it's not that I didn't think he was a good player. I did not see him turning into the offensive weapon that he is now. I mean, we're looking at a guy who's already a 30-30 guy, near the top of the OPS standings. He's lapping the field in FWAR, which is crazy to me. I mean, if you told me at the beginning of the year that the two leaders in OPS in the National League would be Shohei Ohtani and Pete Crow Armstrong, I would have just been confused. I would have thought the WAR would have been boosted by his defense, which has also still been spectacular this year. But we're gonna have a tough conversation, I think, when we come to award season. Is PCA the MVP or is Ohtani the MVP? Because Ohtani isn't pitching probably the rest of the regular season. So this is, if there is a time for someone to unseat Ohtani as the MVP, it's probably now. And PCA, I think if the season ended today, there's a very, very real chance that PCA is the MVP and not Ohtani. So that's my first pick there.
I think the board got a little destroyed here for a second.
Yeah, oops. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not saying that I wasn't doubting PCA's abilities to impact the game, but I'm saying I didn't see this offensive evolution coming.
Yeah.
And then
we talked about this at the beginning of the season here, that if we wanted to make the perfect outfielder, you would take PCA's first half and Julio Rodriguez second half. Right now, PCA is doing Julio Rodriguez second half and Julio Rodriguez second half. Like, he's just playing at an unreal clip. And what's amazing about it here, too, is that kind of like what XIZ Ballin is, he has a little bit of a tougher schedule than Ohtani does some of the time, let's be honest here. But also the fact of he is doing this while also playing incredible defense. This is a guy here that while yes, he's an outfielder, he defines what it means to be an outfielder. His range is like, I don't even want to put a number to it. I'm just going to say he's free range because it feels like any ball that's out there, there's a very real chance he can get to. He honestly, it reminds me of a faster Franklin Gutierrez, like the death to flying things out there. Like, that's what he is. And that's what PCA has done. It's always just been a question of whether or not he could be focused with the bat. And checking the facts here, he has an OPS currently of 928. I think he's doing pretty darn good, guys.
Yeah.
And I will say, one of us had PCA as an MVP finalist. I wonder which one of us said that.
I don't know about that one, but
and also picked an injured Jackson Churio without realizing he was injured. So,
oops.
It happens.
Yeah,
the NL Central has some good center fielders, I guess.
It does.
To be fair, Jackson Churio was pretty good when he was healthy. It's just, tad inconsistent in the injury.
Just
but
a wee bit.
I'm going to move into my team. My team here is the Tampa Bay Rays, team that I didn't see coming anywhere close to first place in the AL East, given how tough that division is. But here we are, 75-50. They had a 9-game winning streak recently. I know they sort of hit some hard times against the Orioles. But I mean, you look at that rotation. Drew Rasmussen leads the AL in WHIP. Nick Martinez was an all-star for the first time this year. Shane McClanahan is back and healthy and productive. Brian Baker leading the majors in saves, just like we all predicted, right, guys? A breakout star at age 31. I mean, that's just really awesome to see. And then the offense, I mean, Chandler Simpson is hitting 310. He's leading the AL in steals and in triples. Junior Caminero, I think we all expected to match this year. He's 900 OPS, but it's really the plate discipline that has taken a big step forward this year, in addition to, 35 home runs. It's just a really complete team here. This is the most complete team in the American League. I know that their expected win-loss isn't as great as 75-50, but still, there's a reason why they're at the top of the AL East, the top of the AL right now. They're the only team in the AL that I think right now I am comfortable saying can win the pennant, like currently. But because the rest of the league is just like it's all a big question mark. I mean, respectfully to the Yankees, I know Double Base right here says the Yankees will beat the Rays in October. I need to see what the Yankees can do once Aaron Judge is back and healthy, and if Giancarlo Stanton comes back. Because right now, I'm not really trusting the Yankees offense. I think the Rays have a strong pitching staff and a strong offense.
Also, quick apologies to XYZ Ballin. That was a little bit of a cheap shot, and I do apologize.
Oops.
But no, yeah, the Rays are a great team. Like, legitimately up and down, the best word to describe them is complete. Like, they are a well-rounded team. You've got your stars, you've got your pitching, you've got it all right there. It's just about putting it all together. And the question is always going to be, what's going to happen in October? Because here's the other thing. While they are complete and well-rounded, that does not mean that they have anything that's too special, shall we say. They have some special bits to them, don't get me wrong. Here, like Junior Caminero, very, very fun here. But also Chandler Simpson being the anomaly in baseball. But at the same
Jason
time...
Tatum might rest you, buddy.
But at the same time, like, when you get to October, there is an X factor that you're always going to be looking for. Do I want the Rays to make it to the World Series? Honestly, potentially. They're a lot better than some of the other ones. So I don't know. At this point right now, I like what the Rays are doing, and I think it's fun to see what they have done so far.
Yeah, and I remember back in April we did a not sort of a buy or sell segment of which of these early upstart teams do we think would hold on. And I kind of tongue-in-cheek said I'm going to buy the Rays, like winning the division or keeping pace in the division. And I didn't necessarily believe that 10 toes down, but here we are. It's the middle of August and the Rays are good at baseball. Who would have thought? That's one of the more surprising stories, Mac, and I'm glad you gave them your second pick. Fellas, I'm going to go a little off the board here. This is less a team, less a player, more just a situation. This is breakups. Well-timed breakups. Sorry, Mets. The Boston Red Sox, they're in a playoff spot. The Philadelphia Phillies, depending on what day it is, they're in a playoff spot. These are teams that they had a manager. They had a top manager. Alex Cora is one of the 5 or 8 best in the sport, regarded as such in the space. And then Rob Thompson, He came in and helped guide the Phillies to a pennant his first year there, taking over for Girardi. And in his second year, they went to the NL. They were, a couple pitches away from going to the World Series again. They made the playoffs again in 24. They made the playoffs again in 25. And both teams, both Boston and Philly, had expectations, and their partner wasn't living up to expectations. So they said, all right, we had a good run. Alex Cora, we won a World Series together. Rob Thompson, we almost won a World Series together, but we need to move on. And both of them did at the right time, as opposed to the Mets, as Mac has mentioned before. But this is a positive show. This is a positive show. And you can change.
The Mets have figured things out. Again, it would have been nice if they'd acted quicker. They'd probably be in a better standing right now.
Okay, valid point. So the Red Sox season hasn't gone exactly to plan, and yes, part of their they're clawing for a playoff spot, or that they're going to have a brutal task of at Yankee Stadium for your wild card series. I wonder what happened last year. So you're a little behind in that regard, but you could have been a lot worse. You could have been the Angels or the A's. You had a record as bad as them through May, and then you fire Alex Cora. That's a tough thing to do. It's tough to do that. Sometimes it's. I'm going to use another NFL analogy. The Packers had to move off of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, right? They replaced Brett Favre. Like, Brett Favre is a Hall of Famer. He won 3 MVPs. He won a Super Bowl with the Packers. They had to replace him. They replaced him with Aaron Rodgers. It somehow worked out. You went from a Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer. Unbelievable. Then Aaron Rodgers wins 2 MVPs, wins a Super Bowl, and you draft Jordan Love. What? And then Rodgers wins 2 more MVPs. But it's time. It's time. You move on to Jordan Love, and I'm not saying Jordan Love's a Hall of Famer or anything. I'm not going to get shot at by Bears fans. But he's pretty good. He's a top half quarterback. So sometimes it's time. The Red Sox and Phillies are shining examples of that. Sometimes it's time. Sometimes you can move on and look for the better parts of life. And you can say, thank you for our time. It was great, but I think both of us need to find something better. And maybe next year, Alex Cora is the Phillies manager or something. And
it sounds like he will be, which is, I can't believe that.
Whoop-de-doo. So
that'd be funny.
Maybe the swap would have been necessary. Who knows?
Exactly. I mean, speaking of breakups here, thank you, Jorge Polanco, for everything you did for Seattle. I'm pretty glad that, we didn't pay the money for you right now.
Yeah,
but
he has to undergo season-ending surgery.
Yeah,
so
I do respect Jorge Polanco. I'll be very, very clear.
Yeah, I wish things were going better right now, because I really want to root for him, and I know he can be good.
He's the guy that I caught my very first ever foul ball was from Jorge Polanco.
Oh, wow.
That was at the beginning of last year, and I still have the ball, obviously, but I have a baseball card of him that I would love for him to sign to go along with the ball.
All right, Alex, you got a wraparound here.
All right, we got a wraparound, and because the Mariners are currently up 7-0 in the second inning against the Brewers, I am actually going to keep both of mine in Seattle. And the first one I am doing, and I don't care if it's not on either of your guys' boards, for me, this is the biggest smile of the season. Rick Riz going into the Mariner Hall of Fame here. So as part of the whole 50th anniversary of the Mariners, you had the 50th best players here, but the highlight of it was a surprise at the very end of saying Rick Riz will be the next member of the Mariner Hall of Fame, and there was not a dry eye in the stadium. Absolutely 100% deserved. 100% deserved. And I cannot wait for that ceremony. I will be buying tickets to the ceremony as soon as I humanly can here. But for a guy that has dedicated so much to this team and to this fan base, the guy is an unbelievable human. He has his own charity. He has worked tirelessly through a lot of really bad Mariner seasons here and still has been a class act all the way through. So for that, Rick Riz, one, happy retirement, because that's coming up real soon. But I'm so happy that you will be the next member in the Mariner Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and he fully deserves that. I mean, he's, like you were saying, he's been there, it feels like forever. And yeah, obviously you wish things were going better for him in his last season, just like, with the Mets and Howie Rose. But I am glad that he is receiving his recognition.
Absolutely. Now he just needs to win a Ford C. Frick Award.
Yeah,
that's a guarantee.
And I think that's coming in the near future for him.
I really hope so. I would love to be part of that. I would love to see that here. Also, I don't care if it's not really possible. Put him and Dave Niehaus's plaques next to each other. Like, I know there's other award winners. You want to be chronological. Put them together. It's fine. You'll make it work. You can explain it and you'll have a better story. Anyway, for my next one, like I said, keeping with Mariners here. So for my next one, the only thing I need to do is it's Dominic Canzone. Dominic Canzone has been one of the most interesting cases for me this year because after last year, people are like, okay, he's done some like good stuff, some pretty good stuff. He was starting to really show flashes, but it was just that, flashes. And he was basically a full-time DH. Like, he very rarely played the field. World Baseball Classic comes around. He plays for Team Italy and plays pretty darn well. Like, all right, cool. He's doing solid. Comes into Merit Camp and he's a platoon bat. Like, okay, you know what? That makes sense. He's a power lefty. Makes sense. But as the season goes on, he really takes advantage of his opportunities, including very few opportunities against left-handed pitching. And he starts mashing both sides of him. And then they're like, okay, we'll keep you in a few more games. We're still going to keep you down the lineup a little bit here. And then he continues mashing. And in a year where Rod Refsnyder was starting ball games here, in a year where Cal Raleigh is batting 167, somehow Canzone was still batting low in the order. And then finally, they're just like, you know what? Screw it, guys earned it. And now he's the everyday, basically batting third hitter on this team here, batting against lefties and righties. And fun fact, we talk about how good Yordan Alvarez is against lefties. I believe he's actually number 1 in OPS lefty v lefty. Number 5 is Canzone. Canzone has an OPS lefty of over 930. Like, just let that sink in for a sec. Against lefties, he is batting a 930 OPS. That is incredible to see from the young guy. And he has built up such an amazing following here too in Seattle, everywhere else, to the point where you know exactly who I'm talking about with just one hand gesture. I love the kid. I'm so happy that he's finally starting to get his flowers. Huge Cans is he's a budding legend in Seattle.
Yeah, in particular the Refsnyder thing just didn't work, which is very, very strange because he'd been a really good platoon guy for years and years and years, and I've just
last year.
Yeah, it doesn't work in Seattle.
And then retires.
And then he retired.
Do we need to have another Marine layer conversation, or like is the batter's eye slanted? I don't know, man. What a weird, strange ballpark.
Look, T-Mobile Park is one of the most beautiful ballparks in baseball. Take that, USA Today. But there's definitely something that's going on there. Although I will say it's funny. The players that they have regularly playing there are playing all right. It's the guys that are brought in for like 1-year projects that just absolutely fall.
AJ Pollock and Tommy
AJ
Stella.
Pollock, Tommy La Stella, now Rob Refsnyder, Luis Arias. Here,
Colton Wong, I don't know.
Just the list goes, to quote Journey, and it goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
It'd be like that. I'm a little surprised my player is available here in the 3rd round. I am going to choose another player. I'll take a team, perhaps with my Jaden Daniels pick, so we don't get copyright struck by Jaden Daniels, the all-seeing leader of the world. There's a guy that might win the Triple Crown. His name is Yordan Alvarez. Just welcome back, Yordan. It's hard to say you ever left. You just weren't very good last year. You were out of mind. You had a 123 OPS plus, which is plenty good for mere mortals. But when you're Yordan Alvarez and your OPS, this is how his OPS began: 10, 9, 8, 10.99. Okay, well, having a 7.97 in 2025 is pretty disappointing. This year, he just leads the American League in home runs, leads the American League in RBI, leads the majors in batting average, leads the majors in on base, leads the majors in slugging, leads the majors in OPS, leads the majors in OPS plus, leads the majors in total bases, leads the majors in intentional walks. He's pretty good. 5.5 WAR as a DH with a month and change to play. It is unbelievable stuff. Like, we are talking about a potential Hall of Fame bat in the David Ortiz, Edgar Martinez mold. And it is just an incredible sight to watch. For his career, he has a 168 OPS plus. That is just ridiculous. That is, just the sort of things that Yordan Alvarez does at the plate. It's uncanny. He is one of the best hitters in the world. There's a reason for years I insisted he was a better DH than Shohei Ohtani. Maybe not better player because the whole pitching part of it, but Yordan Alvarez has a higher career OPS plus than Mike Trout. Like, this is now true this season because Trout's dipped down below, but it's higher than Yordan. Or sorry, it's higher than Shohei. It's higher than Soto. It's higher than your favorite player, unless your favorite player is Aaron Judge. And in the history of the sport, like the guys Yordan is rubbing elbows with a 168 OPS plus, he is a spot behind shoeless Joe Jackson. He is tied with Ty Cobb. He's ahead of Mike Trout, like I said. He's ahead of Jimmy Fox, Mark McGwire. Heard of them? Like, this is just an absurd list. It's Ruth, Williams, Bonds, Charleston, Gehrig, Judge, Stearns, Hornsby, Mantle, Brothers, Suttles, Joe Jackson, Yordan. And I know Yordan has a lower number of plate appearances than everyone on the list, and he'll pass some of the Negro Leagues players later next season. But it's just magnificent to watch. And again, I don't throw this comp out lightly because he is one of the greatest players of all time. He might be the greatest first baseman of all time. Yordan Alvarez is like watching Albert Pujols. And maybe it's the iconic home run at then Minute Maid Park. Sorry, Alex. And sorry, Brad Lidge. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the power and contact ability and this unwavering, like, I will destroy you, like the epitome of the MLB Power Pros blue ability, the Intimidator. Like, Yordan steps into the batter's box. It doesn't matter if it's a lefty on the mound or a righty on the mound. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter if anyone's on base or not. It doesn't matter if it's the first inning and he's on, or he's at the plate, no men on, 2 outs. Right, the worst it can be. Or if it's bases loaded, the highest leverage you could possibly imagine against the best pitcher in the universe, Yordan Alvarez might be the guy. He just might be that guy you choose, right? And it's great to see him back. And again, last year was a down year by his standards, not a down year in the grand scheme of baseball players, but I'm happy Yordan is back. I hope he has a serious run at the Triple Crown. Like, this is a Miguel Cabrera, Carl Yastrzemski, Mickey Mantle. Like, those are the names he would be associated with. And that's the hitting Triple Crown hasn't happened since 1937 in the National League. Now, I know Yordan's an American leaguer, so that doesn't matter, but still, it would be an absurd accomplishment. And he might win the MVP for an Astros team that, as we're recording right now, is at 500. They're leading the division, but they're at 500. So the Astros have been pretty disappointing, all things considered. They've dealt with a lot of injuries. They have dealt with some of the worst pitching I have ever seen. They called up a guy from AAA who had a 5 ERA. Now, granted, part of that is the PCL, but still. Yordan, thank you for being back, buddy.
Yeah, he's been unstoppable this year, really. I don't know if people were trying to write him off after last season. I think we all knew how great he is. Just stay healthy, man. I think he can win MVP this year. If the season ended today, he is MVP, especially if the Astros are in the playoffs. He's winning the MVP. Or Alex, do you have something there? Or?
I just want Yordan to get traded somewhere else, just so I can root for him more. Like, I really like Yordan Alvarez. I've said this before. I know he's an Astro. He was not part of the 2017 stuff, so he does not have any bar for me on that one. For me, it is purely just that he is this good of a ball player. I love watching him. He is the pinnacle of what some hitters can even aspire to be, it feels like. Like, the kids use a term aura. That's what Yordan Alvarez is. He is aura defined. When he steps into the box, you brought it up, the blue ability of Intimidator. Here, that's what he is. He is that personified. Here, Yordan is just simply a different breed of human being. Just like how Brock Lesnar or Gunther or whatever are that for the WWE, Yordan Alvarez is a simply built different human being for the MLB.
Yeah. To add to my Pujols comparison, Albert Pujols' first stint as a Cardinal, 2001 to 2011, his OPS plus 170. Now, granted, some of that's a little steroid era, so his OPS is higher than, or his raw OPS is higher than Yordan, so he's like doing extra work because he's competing against the balanced breakfast eaters club. But hey, at least he came along for a certain number 5 on the Commanders, so there's that.
Yeah, so I mean, Yordan's unreal. The Astros are coming to Flushing next week. I might try to hit up a game just to see him play, or they're coming in on the next homestand. I mean, he's really just something to marvel at. But I'm going to move on. I'm going to pick another player here. I'm going with CJ Abrams. I know he was an all-star previously in 2024, but he kind of had a slow second half. So his numbers kind of went down. He had that whole issue with the staying out at the casino that one night. That wasn't a great look. 2025 was decent, but again, wasn't superstar level. This year, if you told me CJ Abrams would have 29 homers and 91 RBIs, I'd be like, wow, that's a crazy breakout season. The crazy thing is it's August 19th and he has those numbers. He's second in the major leagues in RBIs behind Alec Burleson, 29 homers, and he still has 24 steals and 24 doubles. We're looking at a guy who will probably be 30-30-30. Heck, he could even get above 30 in some of those categories. His OPS is over 800. It's 887, so it's up near 900. He batted cleanup for most of the year before James Wood got hurt. So I could really say, like, the whole Nationals offense has surprised me because I didn't expect them to lead the majors and runs scored. But really, I think Abrams has spearheaded this. Really just something to marvel at. I'm glad the Nationals have decided he will start transitioning to second base because I think that will help him greatly. For a guy who's super fast and athletic, he's not very good at shortstop. And then if you guys don't mind, I'm just going to roll into my next surprise, and I'm going to pick an event here. Or what, Splash? Okay, great. My event is the Home Run Derby. I was skeptical about this format, straight up. It produced a great event. Okay, I was wrong. That was an awesome derby to watch. Some of the most fun I've had watching it. And I think this is good. This is not a bad format at all. It kind of reminds me of the outs system. Kind of wish it was still outs, but this is probably the second best option. And I'm curious to see if they keep it going forward.
Yeah, I loved the Derby this year. It was so much fun to watch here. And I do like that they at least... I'm glad they got rid of the timer. Like, the timer, I think we can all kind of agree was just... It didn't feel right, you know? Plus, also having guys get absolutely exhausted, gassed after one round, and then the finals is just watching two guys pushing through exhaustion is not that fun.
Yeah, and I'll speak to Abrams. You know, the Nationals... Their rebuild, the post-Soto rebuild, has had its stops and starts. You've had, James Wood, CJ Abrams at times, Luis Garcia before they traded him. But Abrams has really enjoyed a great season. And like you said, he's moving to second base. Hopefully he'll be better defensively there. And that opens up shortstop for their prospects moving forward. So maybe you have the next great Nationals team, a really great Nationals team. They're pretty solid. They had been pretty solid this year. They've fallen off in recent weeks, but like they have like one of the best offenses in baseball, and Abrams is a big reason why. And Nasim Nunez leads the majors in steals. James Wood leads the majors in runs with 100 already, which is ridiculous. Walks, on base.
He's on the IL, and he's still leading in by considerable margin.
Yeah, exactly. He was, without going on the IL, he would have been right there with like Bagwell for runs scored and Ronald a couple years ago, runs scored, Otani a couple years ago and runs scored. So it's just been a really impressive national season, undone by pitching, unfortunately. But yeah, no qualms with that pick.
Yeah. All right. So Splash, go ahead with your fourth pick.
I'm going to do another more topic. This is the 2024 draft class, just as a whole. I'll read through some names in the first round because it is quite the list. There's Nick Kurtz, who I know hasn't had the best of seasons this year, but it's still Nick Kurtz. He's still a great player, and this year he does have a 141 OPS plus. That's still pretty good. Nothing to scoff at there. Connor Griffin, welcome to the show. He was 1.6 WAR in 59 games played. Absolutely, that'll play. I know he's on the IL right now, but it's a really highly anticipated debut. He's been solid enough at the plate. He's been solid enough at everything he does. It's been impressive to see. Travis Bazzana, literally an all-star this season. The number one pick in that draft. He was not heralded as this like the highest of ceiling players, but guess what? He came in. He's been a really high floor guy. 11% walk rate, that'll play. I know like the BABIP is below 300 and the ISO is a little below average, and he has a 98 OPS plus. His OPS begins with a 6. That's not great. However, he's a good player, and he's just 2 years removed from being drafted. Let's talk about Chase Burns, who will get Cy Young votes this season, who is a whopping 14-2. He would win the Cy Young if we were playing 20 years or 30 years ago. 2.47 ERA, 151 strikeouts. He was also an all-star, over a 10 per 9 K rate. Just super impressive stuff. You move down. Jack Caglione, he's had his moments for the Royals this season. He's hit 22 home runs. He has 3 WAR. He has a 131 OPS plus. He's the one member of Team Italy that didn't fall off a cliff. He's going to have probably a 25 homer season, maybe a 30 homer, 30 double season. Really impressive stuff. And I know he's not pitching, so he didn't reach the highest of outcomes, but hey, it's in there potentially. I don't know. That could be fun down the line. JJ Weatherholt, I think he should win the National League Rookie of the Year. He's just been tremendous. He's been the classic devil magic second baseman, for the Cardinals. Slightly above average with the stick. Some of it's hit by pitch related, 14 hit by pitches, but he walks a lot. It's a 11% walk rate, just like Bazzana. He's a sensational defender. And I know we can get into the Sal Stewart versus Weatherholt of it all. And let me just make sure Sal Stewart was 2024 or 2022. My bad. So we can get into the Weatherholt versus Stewart debate, but Weatherholt's right there at the very least. Braden Montgomery has come up and done some nice things with the White Sox. I watched him play in person. Carson Bench for Max Metz, he has been one of the most exciting players on the Mets. I know it's been a disappointing season, but hey, guess what? It happens, but you have players to be excited about. And that's just the first round. You have Ryan Waldschmidt, who was the 31st pick in the round. And we're 2 years removed. Peyton Tolley, he was a second round pick. Gage Jump, he has debuted this season. Second round picks, third round picks. Joshua Kuroda-Grauer debuted with the A's. You just have a lot of production from rather young players, and that's a good sign of a healthy game to me.
Absolutely agree. Although I will say, Don't throw the random shot there at Dominic Canzone of the only player that didn't fall off from Team Italy. I'll say.
My bad. That was more of a shot at Vinny P.
Understandable.
Also, Sam Antonacci also qualifies as a White Sox 2024 player who's been good this season. Our 2024 draft pick who's been good this season. Watched him play in person. So he had a crazy at bat in the 10th inning. Even I know he struck out, but it was still a crazy at bat.
Definitely. All right, can I go into my number 4 real quick?
Yep.
All right,
and
I have
your Jaden Daniels pick.
Yep, I have my Jaden Daniels right afterwards here. So I've already taken 2 Mariners. As much as I want to say Cole Young here or Emerson Hancock, I'm not going to. Here, my first one, number 4, I'm going to take Munetaka Murakami. He has been an amazing story this year. He is 6th right now in MLB OPS. Like, that's not just in the American League or whatever, or in his division. That's in the entirety of the MLB. He has an OPS right now of 904, which is nuts for a rookie, right? Especially for a guy that's everyone said coming over to America would not be able to hit a fastball. Well, I think he's been able to hit the fastball, guys. I don't know about you guys. He's been able to hit the fastball pretty well. Already has 29 home runs, 58 RBIs, and that's with time missing too due to injury. Like, the guy is so much fun to watch. He's also just a fun guy to like watch play the game here and to be around. From what I've heard, he is like one of the most fun teammates you could be with. Murakami, I'm so glad he's in the MLB right now.
Yeah, there's a big reason why when I went to the White Sox game, he was the most popular jersey.
Yep.
Unless you want to lump Paul Konerko and Pope Leo the 14th together, then maybe that beats it out. But there are tons of fives.
Yeah, I was very, very wrong about Murakami. I think most of the league was, and I'm really, really happy to see him thrive in the majors.
And I would say even like I was a high man. If memory served, I literally picked him to win Rookie of the Year, and he's been more impressive to me than that. It's 29 home runs. He's on pace for, if he didn't get hurt, 45 homers, but it's a 155 OPS plus. It's not like a Rougned Odor type 30 homer season, but below average at the plate. He's been a really good player just across the board. He has a 17% walk rate. Yes, I know he strikes out a ton, but when you hit for this much power, when you have an ISO that begins with a 3, it's fine. It's fine. That's the trade-off. It's not a fair trade-off for every player, but for Murakami, I think it's an entirely fair trade-off.
Absolutely. I love the guy. I'm so glad that he's having fun here in the MLB. All right, for my last one, I'm going to go with an event. This happened technically pre the start of the 2026 MLB season. I don't care. Doing it anyway. It was Venezuela winning the WBC. That was so much fun. That team had that was a vibes team. If you've ever seen one, that was a vibes team that had fun. They beat Team USA there, and it was such a fun game. The entire tournament was so much fun to watch here. But Team Venezuela, I think, absolutely deserved it. And as much as, I am an American, I very much enjoyed watching Team Venezuela.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, you were thinking about all the teams that people thought could win it all, and I didn't hear a lot of people picking Venezuela. And it was obviously the U.S., Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Japan, the usual suspects. Venezuela is a great baseball nation. They got their first championship. And to your point about the vibes, they did have Gino Suarez on that team. So Gino! And he got the game-winning hit in the championship game. So maybe there's something to that.
Legit. Like, I know Gino's not done amazing this year in the MLB. He's struggled this year. I don't care. Bring him as a coach for Seattle or something. The man is vibes personified, and he is absolutely a beautiful human being.
Yeah, and shout out to Ronald, shout out to Luis Rice, shout out to World Baseball Classic MVP Michael Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, well, besides Rice, Ronald and Michael haven't had like the best of seasons, but they'll never forget the Venezuela run. Like, that's just awesome for them. Fellas, I do need a referee decision here. Does breakups satisfy the team requirement for me, or do you wish me to choose an individual team?
I would say an individual team is needed.
Okay.
For this.
I think so.
Okay.
But I like your ideas that you've had for the concepts. I like those.
Okay. Yeah. So with all due respect to Chris Sale, I guess he's going to be barbecue chicken by the Brewers on Friday. Everyone doubts the Brewers. It's similar to the Rays. They doubt the Brewers. And then it's August 19th. And guess who has the best record in baseball? Yeah, it's that team. They play in Milwaukee. They have a .619 winning percentage. Once again, the Milwaukee Brewers, they are inevitable. Are they going to lose in the playoffs? Yeah, probably, but that's just kind of how the playoffs go. It just another impressive Brewers season. Jake Bauers is their best hitter. Yep, just to sign me up for that. Bryce Turang is going to have a 30-double, 20-homer season. All right, man. Sure thing. David Hamilton got out of Boston. He's going to have 2 WAR this year. Joey Ortiz is going to have 2 WAR getting out of Baltimore. Christian Yelich, injured, bad year, doesn't matter. Negative WAR doesn't matter. they're still the best team in baseball. Andrew Vaughn, he's been great again. Gary Sanchez has a 124 OPS plus. This is it happens every year. Every year they can't keep getting away with it. Oh yeah, and they just have the best pitcher in the universe, Jacob Mizorowski. Yeah, he leads the majors in ERA. He threw a shutout once. That was pretty dope against Philly. He was nearing Spencer Strider's strikeout records, which is just like the holy grail of pitching in the modern era. A 238 ERA plus, that would look no different on a Pedro Martinez baseball reference page. A 214 FIP, a whip. So let me contextualize his whip. If he pitched 4 innings and allowed 3 walks plus hits, his whip would go up. It's a 748.748. Preposterous. He leads the majors in hits per 9. He leads the majors in strikeouts per 9. He leads the majors in strikeout to walk rate. This is just unbelievable. Miz could have been, like, if we extended it to 10, I think he would have been in my next round of picks. He and Chris Sale, frankly. Kyle Harrison gets out of Boston. He has a sub-3 ERA thanks to some scoring changes. I'll be polite there. But he's been terrific. Shane Drohan, he's been terrific with a above 100 ERA plus. Logan Henderson, he's been terrific. It's just absurd. You kicked Devin Williams out of town 2 years ago. You trade him. You get really nothing in terms of Nestor Cortez. Trevor McGill, he's been a great closer. 171 ERA plus. He has 22 saves this season. Aaron Ashby has 13 wins as a reliever. Like, what? Chad Patrick, he's been great. Abner Uribe, crotch chops and all, has been terrific. 6 saves, a 204 ERA plus. This is even without Brandon Woodruff, who has been in and out of the lineup with injury. He's only made 9 starts. It's just every year with the Brewers. And on one hand, we should come to expect it. But on the other hand, it's still impressive nonetheless.
The power of friendship prevails.
Yeah, and I'll be straight up. I'm going to go right into my last pick. Jacob Mizorowski was on my board, so I'm taking him here. Look, we knew the talent he possessed. We saw it last year, but we also saw his arm kind of tire. The Brewers even moved him to the bullpen during the playoffs. And I honestly wondered maybe they would sort of try to keep him in the bullpen at some point this year. But he is lapping the field in the Cy Young race in the National League, leading the majors in ERA, in strikeouts. His walk rate is down to 5.9% this year. If you told me a guy who throws 103, 104 miles per hour also was good at limiting walks, I would have been like, you're playing a video game or something. There's no way that's true. But yeah, Jacob Mizorowski is, I mean, you could say he's the best pitcher in baseball this year. We're going to have all sorts of conversations when we rank our starting pitchers in the offseason. But yeah, he's my last pick. And so those are our 5 picks each, our biggest positive surprises this year. I know we did our disappointments last year, so let us know. You can drop a comment right here. You can drop a comment on our YouTube page. Let us know on Twitter at LAR_baseball. Did we miss anyone? Do you agree? Do you disagree with our takes? But yeah, so that was our positive surprises draft. Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment. It's trivia, and guess who has trivia today? It's me. So thank you, Splash, for putting up the ticker here. But yes, I have trivia, and we are doing a Jeopardy board. So yes, here we go. We have 5 categories here. One of them remains from the last time. It's one-time All-Stars. Rule 5, pretty self-explanatory here. Guys who were picked in the Rule 5 draft. International Buffet. If you don't know what that is, that's a restaurant on Long Island. It's basically it's all going to be about players who were not born in the U.S. Cover athletes. These guys were all cover athletes of baseball video games, and an MVP too. They at some point finished runner-up in MVP voting during their career. So do we have any questions, guys?
Are we going to be buzzing in, or
yes,
if you
we're going to be buzzing in?
Okay.
We're doing Jeopardy style.
Jeopardy style, okay. Does that include who is or what is?
Yes.
Nice.
What is communism?
It's like what? It's like what is the meaning of life?
Yeah. So, okay. I need you guys each to tell me a number between 1 and 30. This is how we're gonna decide who goes
24.
I'm gonna go with 21.
first. The correct answer was 13. So Splash will go, or not Splash. Splash will pick the first category. So, where are we going?
What are our buzzers? By the way, we should establish.
Yeah, come up with a buzzer sound.
Wii U.
Okay, great.
All right.
All right, Splash. Where are we going?
I would like MVP 2 for 400, please.
400. Okay, we're going big. All right. Clue hit 473 homers, but fell off the Hall of Fame ballot immediately.
Wii U.
All right, who we got?
Who is Carlos Delgado?
Correct. Carlos Delgado, my man, got extremely disrespected by the voters. So you're on the board with 400. You control the board.
We'll go MVP 2 for 300, please.
Okay, here we go. Elite shortstop, beloved by Bostonians.
Wii U.
All right, Splash.
Who is Nomar Garcia Parra?
Correct. I was trying to fit a Boston accent joke into the question, but I couldn't really come up with the phrasing. So this is what I came up with. So Splash is off to a hot start here. Where are we going now?
We'll do MVP 2 for 200.
All right, for 200. 3,000 hits, 5 World Series rings, no MVP.
Wii U.
Boy, what do we got, Splash?
Who is Derek Jeter?
Number 2. Derek Jeter. So Splash is cleaning up here.
All right.
He's got the first 3. All right, where are we going?
We'll do MVP 2 for 100.
For 100. All right. Still hasn't touched home.
Wii U.
Yes.
Wii U.
Give me the answer, Splash.
Who is 2007 Matt Holliday?
That is correct. It is Matt Holliday. Honestly, him or David Wright should have won MVP that year. I stand by it.
Triple J,
right.
but okay.
I was really hoping number one was gonna be like Cal Raleigh or something, but
hey,
right.
I guess it could be the 500.
It could be. It very well could be. You
Splash.
want to find out?
Yeah, let's do MVP 2 for 500.
All right. The first Red Sox player to record a 30-30 season.
Oh my God.
And if we get it wrong, we do lose those points, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Buzz.
All right.
Is this Jim Rice?
It is not Jim Rice.
Darn.
Wii U.
Yeah.
Who is Jacoby Ellsbury?
That's correct. It is Jacoby Ellsbury. Splash cleaned up the entire category there. If you wouldn't believe it, 2011 Jacoby Ellsbury was the first Red Sox to have a 30-30 season.
That is mind-boggling.
I remember hearing that stat and thinking it was fake. But it is true. All right.
The Red Sox are kind of like the Chicago Bears passing yards. Like steals in Red Sox history, it's a lot lower than you'd expect for a team that's been around since 1901. Also, I do want to, for the sake of completeness, Jim Rice did win MVP in 1978, Alex.
Oh, okay. I did not know if he actually won an MVP or not. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Splash, where are we going?
We'll do cover athletes for 300.
All right. MLB Slugfest 2003.
Oh my gosh! I feel like I know. I could see like.
Mac, you need your own buzzer for like the beep beep beep.
The what?
You need your own like timer buzzer.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna buzz in.
All right.
Here, I'm probably wrong with this, but Torrey Hunter.
It is not Torrey Hunter.
Okay.
Splash.
Nope.
All right. Great. The correct answer was Alex Rodriguez.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely
All
not the cover I was
I'm not gonna lie. After I did that, I realized it probably should have been harder than the 300. But
Fair enough.
Boy.
all
Okay.
right, where are we going? Splash.
We'll do Rule 5 for 300.
Rule 5 for 300. Power hitting second baseman with very short arms.
Wii U? Why am I doing the Wii U? I'm Buzz.
Okay, Buzz.
I don't think he's a Rule 5, but Altuve?
It is not Jose Altuve.
Okay.
Splash.
I'm gonna pass on this one.
Listen, if I can't be the best, I sure as heck can be the worst.
I'm a little surprised Splash is passing here because he played for his team. It's Dan Ugla.
Okay.
He was a Rule 5 pick by the Marlins.
Okay.
Very briefly, was one of the best power hitters in baseball.
Okay.
MLB Power Pros legend.
See, I jumped to Jeff Kent. I didn't think he was a Rule 5 pick, and obviously, like Ozzy wasn't a Rule 5 pick, but he would qualify as power hitter, and I would imagine his arms are shorter than the average bear.
Yeah, probably.
We'll do Rule 5 for 200.
All right, 200. Two-time Cy Young Award winner in Minnesota. Probably should have 3.
Wee.
All right.
Who is Johan Santana?
That is correct. Johan Santana was a Rule 5 pick, if you wouldn't believe it.
I knew it was Johan. I just, for some reason, the only name that kept coming to my mind was Joe Nathan. And, like, I know it wasn't Nathan. And I'm like, I know it's Santana. Why is Nathan the only name that's coming to my head?
Who is Carlos Santana?
One of my favorite boys.
Yeah, the guitar player.
Exactly.
All right, Splash. Where are we going?
We'll do Rule 5 for 400, please.
400. The Flying Hawaiian.
Oh, Buzz! Wait. Oh, crap.
Yep.
No.
Shane Victorino? Who's Shane Victorino?
Correct. Shane
There
Victorino.
Yeah, I got it. That's right.
Oops, hang on.
Oh, of course, the one answer that I have that I get.
But yes, Shane Victorino is correct.
I was like, I buzzed out of instinct on that one.
Well, Alex, you control the board. Where are we
Yay,
going?
let's go to cover athletes for 5.
All right. MLB The Show. MLB 13 The Show, but Canada edition.
Buzz, that is Josh Donaldson.
It is not Josh Donaldson.
What?
It is Brett Morey.
I wasn't going to guess.
Okay.
MLB 13, he was
yeah.
Josh Donaldson was still on the A's.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I knew that yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Well, if Splash didn't buzz in, that's partially my fault. Alex, I'm going to give you the board still.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 400 to cover athletes.
All right. The bigs.
Wait. Oh, crap. I know the one for the bigs 2. What is it for the bigs 1? Oh, no. I love this game. Why can I not remember it? I'll say right now, because the bigs 2 is Prince Fielder. But bigs 1.
I got nothing. Bad podcasting on my end, but I got nothing.
I didn't buzz, but I'll guess just for the buzz. I'll say Alex Rodriguez again.
It's not Alex Rodriguez. It is Albert Pujols.
Oh my gosh, yes. I can see the cover now.
Yeah.
My face is melting.
Well, Splash again didn't buzz in, so Alex, I'm going to let you control the board still.
All right, cover 2. Just
Cover
like
2.
Football.
MVP Baseball 2005.
Oh, buzz.
Yep.
That's Manny Ramirez.
Correct. It is Manny Ramirez. All right. You still control the board.
All right, cover 1.
Wait. I do have a rule. The loser has to do 1,933 streams of MLB Power Pros trying to throw a perfect game with Roy Oswalt.
Oh, great. That's
I mean,
a great idea.
to be fair, though, the problem is I'm not going to need that long.
Okay.
All right, cover
right.
athletes for 1.
Cover athletes for 1. MLB 06, the show. The first MLB The Show game.
Buzz? Is this Joe Mauer?
It is not Joe Mauer. It is David
Oh,
Ortiz.
it's Big Poppy.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. I not played 06 in a long time.
You know what? It's that I did not have MLB 06, but I have seen it around before.
Yeah.
I've played it.
Honestly,
At other
if there's
people's
ever one that I don't know immediately, I go to Joe Mauer because I know he was multiple.
Yeah, 09 and 2010 were both
Yep.
Joe Mauer.
Yep, that tracks. All right, let's go. Let's go one-time All-Stars for 3.
For what?
For 3.
For 3. Boston outfielder with a great arm and an ALCS MVP to his name.
Wee.
All right, Splash.
Who is Jackie Bradley Jr.?
Is correct. It is Jackie Bradley
Okay.
Jr.
That's good because I did not say the right answer to that.
Syracuse Mets legend.
Also a legend for the Indianapolis Clowns of the Banana League.
Yes, that's correct.
First overall pick.
Yes. Splash, you have the board now.
We'll do international buffet for 400, please.
400. 2004 NL Rookie of the Year, but he's banned from New York now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't know. I'm not even gonna buzz because I don't even have a almost respectable guest.
Oh, okay.
He's not international. Oh my god, what's his name? I'll let this go.
All right. Well, the answer I was looking for was Jason Bay. Born in Canada.
Yes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
I thought the joke for it was with international is going to be like different types of lands here. So like the Bay. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
All right.
Okay. We'll do international for 5.
For 5?
Yes.
All right. Surprising winner of the 2006 AL MVP.
Wii U.
Yep.
Who is Justin Morneau, please?
That's correct. Justin Morneau. He's Canadian.
Yeah. International for 3, please.
All right. International for 3. The greatest Aussie to play in MLB.
What's his name?
Limited number of Aussies.
Yeah, there's not many.
This one has risen above the rest in a number of categories.
I'll pass.
Yeah,
Pass.
I don't know either.
All right, it's Liam Hendricks.
Okay.
Oh, right. I keep
Okay.
forgetting.
I was thinking of like the father of Australian baseball. I wasn't necessarily thinking Hendricks, so fair enough.
All right.
We'll do international for 2.
Large, attractive Cy Young winner.
We.
Okay, Splash, what do you got?
Who is Bartolo Colon?
Yes, he's also the winningest Dominican baseball player of all time.
That is
An amazing
Really?
stat.
He's actually more wins than any other Latin American-born baseball player, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, man, I wanted that
what?
one.
Wait,
Yeah, you didn't know. Yeah, he passed, I believe, Dennis Martinez when he was with the Mets for
Wait.
most.
Am I?
He has more wins than Juan Marichal. Like, yeah.
Huh. That is preposterous.
Well, when you pitch for as long as he did,
That's true. I can't even. Wow, that's a stat. Okay, fair
All
enough.
right.
International for 1.
International for 1. The international hit
Buzz.
king. All right,
Buzz. That is who is Ichiro Suzuki.
that's correct. It is Ichiro Suzuki.
Yay.
All right, Alex, you control the board.
All right, let's go one-time All-Stars for 2.
For 2, Knuckler with exactly 200
Buzz.
career wins. All right.
Is that R.A. Dickey? Who is R.A. Dickey?
It is not R.A.
Ah.
Dickey. Splash.
Wii U.
Yeah,
Who is Tim Wakefield?
it's correct.
Oh, it was Wake? Okay.
Tim Wakefield.
200 is a lot of wins, Alex.
I know,
Yeah.
but I thought that Wake had more than that, honestly.
No, he had exactly 200. Yeah.
That's kind of insane.
And if you wouldn't believe it, only made one All-Star game.
That is a
2009.
crime. That is an actual
Yeah.
crime.
All right. We'll do one-time All-Stars for 100.
For 100. Threw a warm-up pitch through a mascot's car.
Wii U.
Yeah,
This is AJ Burnett. Or who is AJ Burnett?
it's correct. Who is AJ Burnett?
That is
ask
still a
Billy-
legendary clip.
Ask Billy the Marlin about that one. All right, where are we going, Splash?
One-time All-Stars for 4.
For 4. He said his guys are savages in the box.
Wii U.
Yes, Splash.
Who is Aaron Boone?
That is correct. It is Aaron Boone. He actually made the All-Star game, then got traded to the Yankees. That same season.
Wasn't his dad the coach for that year?
Yeah,
Oh, I
I'm
tripped
pretty
up.
sure.
Okay. That would be
All right.
pretty cool. I'll do one-time All-Stars for 500.
All right. Safeco used to display a Will Smith inspired saying when this hurler entered games. I was hoping maybe Alex would know this.
No, I'm trying to think of the Will Smith thing because that's what would give it to me. I have no idea what the Will Smith inspired saying is.
Oh God,
I'm not sure if yeah.
I'll buzz here.
Yeah.
I don't know this for sure, but I'm gonna say Freddie Garcia.
It is not Freddie Garcia.
I'll pass here.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay, Shiggy.
It's Shigetoshi Hasegawa.
Yeah, getting Shiggy with it. No.
It.
Okay, I was thinking like Fresh Prince something.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why, but I just kept thinking of like, what was it, like iRobot or something like that. I'm like,
that too.
Okay.
Or slapping Chris Rock.
All right, so we only have two questions left. Splash, where do you want to go?
Rule 5 for 100.
All right. The only Rule 5 pick to reach 3,000 hits, and he has a bridge named after him in the Steel City.
Wii U.
Yeah.
Who is Roberto Clemente?
Correct. Roberto Clemente was the first ever Rule 5 pick.
Wow. The Dodgers are the big dum-dums.
Yeah, honestly, shout out to the Dodgers for trying to hide him in Montreal. That was never going to work.
Like, he would literally be the best position player in the history of the Dodgers. And like I said earlier with the Red Sox, like the 1901 bit, the Dodgers have been around since the 1800s. Yeah. Like, what? Okay.
All right. So we have one remaining question. Rule 5 for 500, a 2026 breakout star who has played for both Florida teams this year.
Wii U.
All right, Splash, close us out.
Who is Liam Hicks?
That's correct. Liam Hicks. Splash with a dominant victory.
There's no final Jeopardy.
I
wouldn't even get to play it. But...
that's the thing is that I would have had a final Jeopardy for you guys, but I think in the interest of time and all that, I will not do a final Jeopardy.
I mean, to be fair though, my wager for this one would have just been the entire 2026 career of Rob Ref Schneider.
My bid is 2,969 points.
Nice.
Okay. GG's.
Splash, congrats again.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yes, thank you.
Good trivia. You for together.
Yeah, of course. Now it's time for everyone's second favorite segment, I would say, behind trivia. It's the moment to ourselves. 60 seconds or so to talk about whatever the heck is on our mind. Does not have to be baseball related. So if anyone wants to go first here, be my guest. I saw hands go up at the same time. So
give it a splash then.
All right, Splash. Okay. Your time begins in 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Hello, friends. I'm concerned about Atlanta. I don't know. It's just not the year for it. I think the hitting has been really quite poor since like the middle of May. No one draws walks. It's a really high variance way to play baseball. They are among the worst in terms of like runs per home run. So when they hit home runs, it's a lot of solo home runs and the occasional like 2-run homer. Matt Olson had a 3-run homer the other day. But it's really been the Matt Olson and Chris Sale show this year. You know, Matt he might be an MVP finalist. I think he will get plenty of 3rd, 4th, 5th place votes. Chris Sale at this point should be a Cy Young finalist. He would probably be 2nd. Maybe you want to throw a Philly guy in there behind the Miz, but Sale's been magnificent. Olson's been magnificent. But the rest of the roster, like the bullpen has struggled. Dylan Lee struggled when he came in today. Raisel Iglesias has struggled lately. Robert Suarez is still like he's pitching, but he's not pitching. Like he's doing long toss, and he's not. I don't think he's even throwing up from a mound yet, which is really scary with 6 weeks to go. That if there's any hiccup, he's not going to be available for the playoffs. Fuentes has a bit of a home run problem. Tyler Kinley, thanks for playing, I guess. So I don't know. It's just one of those years that it's It's a good Braves team, but they've been scuffling of late. And yeah, part of that is August, and part of that is, you're not living and dying by every game. But as someone who does live and die by every game, it has been a little disappointing the last couple weeks. You drop a series in New York, and it's not the end of the world. You come back, you do take 2 out of 3 against the Mets, but you lose the season series to the Mets, which is its own, like, what are we doing? You get dunked on by the Diamondbacks. You get dunked on by the Twins. You get swept by the Twins. The Twins are only the second team to sweep the Braves all season. The White Sox have a chance to do that tomorrow. Like the Braves had this weird, they have 3 games in Minnesota. Then they have 1 game at the White Sox as a continuation of a series earlier in the year. Then they play 2 games in Milwaukee. Then they go to Williamsport to play Milwaukee again. They come home. They play the Dodgers next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So just a brutal stretch. If there's any time to blow a top 2 seed, it would be right now, playing both Milwaukee and the Dodgers, back-to-back series. So, hopefully, I'm hoping for the best. It's kind of, giving me flashbacks to a previous generation of Splash that was a Boston Braves fan. It's spawn insane and pray for rain. Right now, it's sail or else we fail, basically. And even if sail starts, it's a balk or it's no run support. It's something goofy, and he's going to have like a 16-14 record with a 2 ERA. Preposterous stuff.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think the Braves might be good enough to win the NL East, but let's be real. Is anyone beating the Dodgers this year?
I wouldn't be surprised if someone beat the Dodgers.
I mean,
but it's contingent on the Dodgers being the 3 seed, which the Braves have a role in that. Yeah. Could the Phillies go in and beat the Dodgers? Just get a Sanchez and a Wheeler start? I don't know, man.
I don't know about that one. I mean, we thought maybe the Reds could beat them last year, and they made them look like a bunch of little leaguers.
Well, okay. There's a level of class between the Reds and the Phillies. I'll say that.
That is true.
And the Phillies,
I will say that
if the season beat them last year.
If the season ended right now, Olsen would be my MVP 3, and Sale would be my Cy Young 2. Mm-hmm. So they definitely do have 2 guys to really hold on to this year. But yeah, to your point, it's been kind of like a weird year where like some of the National League is underperforming, especially in their division. Mm-hmm. And they're winning the division, but it doesn't feel like they've really like blown everyone away this year.
Yep.
All right, Alex.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Yep. Count me down.
Your time begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I'm talking about 22-0. I don't want to talk about it. I really don't. But this is where we're at right now. Also, I just want to point out, this is something that people outside of the Mariner organization will not know on this. For the people that are season ticket members, or at least flex members like I am, yesterday was also the day that you signed up for your postseason seats. And at 3 p.m. is when I purchased the 2 postseason partial strips that I was able to get via my standing. A mere few hours later, the Seattle Mariners proceeded to have the worst loss in franchise history. And I don't mean the worst loss as in like that one's really going to sting, or let's say the ALCS, Game 7 last year. That one hurt on an emotional level. I'm talking about on a statistic level. You guys lost 22-0. It's embarrassing to get double digits, to get beaten by 10 runs. Get beaten by 20. That is nuts. That is unacceptable, honestly. And I know baseball's a hard game, and baseball itself is a hard sport. I get that here. But what happened? Like, seriously, what happened here? I'm not saying I could do better. In no way, shape, or form could I. I am not saying, Splash. Come on, dude. Thank you. I don't know. This time it just feels bad. Here, it just feels bad because at this point, not only did you lose by 20 runs, you also had Julio having legitimately a little leaguer moment. Here, him throwing the ball into the stands with 2 outs. I understand we're all allowed goof ups. I think that people are being too harsh on him for it, obviously. And I would rather it be in that game than I would in like the ALDS, right? But at the same time, what it's showing is a team right now that is so unfocused, that is not feeling what you need to have happen here. But at the same time, it comes both from the players and from Dan here, as well as from upper management. Something has to change. I don't know what it is. I do have my problems with Dan, but I also don't think that Dan is the ultimate problem here. I don't think that Cal is the ultimate problem. I don't think that Naylor is, nor Cal. Honestly, I don't even feel like Dipoto is the main issue here. There's another issue that, let's be honest here, the only position you can't fire is the owner. But at the same time here, you take a look at this team. This is nearly the same team that last year was 7 outs away from making a World Series. 7 outs away from making the World Series. And this year, on August 18th, you lost 22-0. You didn't just get shut out. You didn't just give up a lot of runs. You did both in the same game. I'm not going to say that anything needs to change right now because that's not how it works. I want to just write it off as nothing. Just write it off as being, okay, it happens. When they can win some games and win some games consecutively, then we'll write it off.
Yeah, and I mean, my friend and I were at the Mets game yesterday, and the scoreboard, every time we looked up, they had the out of town scoreboard up there, and we were just kind of confused. I was saying my brother, it reminds me of the 2021 Mets when things started spiraling that summer. And you go from a team that looked like they were in playoff contention to spiraling and being under 500, and but then again, just like the 2021 Mets, you have a soft portion of your schedule coming up. You could save it. Same time, you don't want to let it get away like they did. So anyways, can someone cut me now?
I do want to give the background for the Seahawks comment. It's a Georgia Tech over Cumberland College.
I definitely know. I understood it. It was also just like, come on, while I'm talking.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, can someone count me down?
Yeah, your time begins in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about the Mets. I mean, they look like they have renewed life. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I know this team isn't a playoff team, and they are double-digit games under 500, but, I mean, they're entertaining. I find myself watching the games, which is like, I know most people, including some of my family members, were wondering, are we going to watch games after the season? I remember in 2023, we went through the same thing. And what would happen, it'd be after dinner, it'd be like, all right, well, guess we're going to watch the Mets game anyway. I find myself genuinely being curious about the games, not necessarily caring about the wins and the losses, but it's weird. It's a weird feeling. Like Kodai Senga is the closer now. And I'm excited to watch him pitch, man. I know that today was kind of bumpy, but hey, he got a double play and he straightened Fernando Tatis in the on-deck circle. Carson Bench might have a 2020 season as a rookie. Nolan McLean is having a great rookie season. First full season, he's adjusted really nicely from some early struggles. I know AJ Ewing is going through a little bit of a slump offensively, but providing value on the defense, the speed. Jared Young has been a great surprise. I almost picked him in our draft today. So yeah, really, despite not being a very good team overall, they won 5-6 on this homestand. They swept the Nationals. They took 2 of 3 from the Padres. They won 4 of 6 from the Padres overall this season. The team that is in a playoff spot or in the playoff race. It really they surprised me a lot. It's really weird saying that about a team that's below 500, but I'm honestly impressed. I'm impressed with the fan base. They keep showing up. Last night's game was pretty full. They drew 35, almost 36,000 on a Tuesday night with a team that's 12 games below 500. So, I'm curious to see what happens the last 6 weeks. I know they're not making the playoffs or anything, but they've been admittedly fun to watch. And I'll keep tuning in then, and hopefully we have a season next year because I want to keep watching.
Notice none of us picked the 2027 season for our biggest sources of happiness.
Well, we'll get there when we get there. Hopefully, we have one.
Hopefully.
Who knows what will happen after that? But anyways, thank you all for tuning in today. Like I said earlier, if you disagreed with our draft today, let us know. You can let us know on Twitter at LAR_baseball, and then tell all of us individually. Follow Alex at the Sports Guy 242. Follow Splash at Mr. Splashman 19. Follow myself at Mathias_A_K. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Also, keep drinking Gatorade because I like Gatorade too.
Also, drink water.
Drink water. Yes, my water glass is currently empty because I drank all of it during the show. If you listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, follow us, leave us a 5-star review. Like I said, subscribe to us on YouTube, smash that like button. For all of you who tuned in today, thank you all for listening. Stay safe, and I hope to see you all real soon. Thank you.